Hey guys, let's check out Best Service Dark Horizon by Sonuscore. This is an amazing Kontakt library for basses, gritty sounds, very dark, but it's using the same engine as Elysion. So if you're not familiar with Elysion, I'm going to show you that as well. So let's get started. So in Dark Horizon, we have the 4 slots, and they are for 4 different instruments. And you can see that we have for each one solo or mute buttons. And then we also have octaves. We have the sound that is loaded. We have a choice if it's an arpeggiated or maybe melodic instrument, and we'll get that in a moment. And then we have the effects for that particular layer. So let's go back to the sound and see what kind of sounds we have, and I'll click this title here, and you can see that we have 4 different categories. We have dirt bikes, we have dirt and noise, we have orchestra, and we have synthesized, and the selected sound is highlighted. And I can go and just select something else. Let's go to dirt bikes and go for the first one. And what I can do is I can just change this instead of ARP to none, and I'm going to solo. Right? And that's how it goes. But for each of the sounds, we can, of course, set the arpeggiator. And if you click inside this line here in the arpeggiators, you'll see that you can shape and you can do a lot of things here. It's not a simple arpeggiator. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to set this real quick and show you the idea. So basically everything here works with the mod wheel, which is the motion engine, and it also affects the arpeggiator. And for the arpeggiator, we have the dynamics, and it is set between A and B, meaning we have the lowest and the highest sections of our mod wheel, or the range of our mod wheel. So I'm going to just set that real quick and show you something. So if you look at the line here, this represents the location of our mod wheel, and you see that it is a little bit odd. Some of the lines goes up, some of them goes down, and so what you can do is just flick those. I'm going to click B here and just rearrange this, and now I'm going to set everything correctly, at least for the first 3 as the example. And now you can see what happens. So you can play with the A and the B and set the range of your mod wheel for that particular slot in the arpeggiator, and you can just set that like so. And that's the idea. Very, very cool. Of course, we have the timing, we have the time signature here, we have the rate, can speed things up for that particular arpeggiator. And I can set the type of arpeggiator. We have, for example, up and down. Right? And we have some more things that we can do. I'm not going into that right now. Let me know in the comments if you want to learn more, if you have any questions. But moving on, we have also the effects here. So I'm going to unsolo this. Let's have a listen. Right, so in the effects, we'll have the instrument itself. This is very simple. We have the sample start, we have an 80 hertz low cut, and we also have the attack, sustain, and release. And you can see that for the attack and for release, we have motion below. So what does it do? So I'm gonna turn it on, and you'll see that we have present on the left and on the right. That's again setting the range for the attack to be affected by the mod wheel. So when I'm using the mod wheel, it will go between the left percentage 15%, starting at 15% and ending at 63% for the attack. And then the same goes with the release. I can just set this to 100%. And now let's play. Right, and we can turn on the sustain. And next we have crunch, and here you have some selection. So we have this drop down, and you can have different types of amps and distortion and tape distortion, lo-fiing, things like that. And for each one you'll get different settings. Very simple. And next we have the filter, and if you'll click this, you'll see that we have 5 different types of filters. We have DAFT low pass, we have SV low pass 2-pole and 4-pole, meaning minus 12 dB and minus 24 dB per octave. And we have ladder, again 2-pole, 4-pole, minus 12 or minus 24 dBs per octave. Very cool. We have the cutoff, and again we can set the motion. But let me show you something else. Next to the motion, you'll see that we have this little button here. This is to sort of reverse the effect. So right now when I'm using the mod wheel, let's turn it on here. You'll see that we're just barely moving. Let's set it up. Yeah, we have the motion going the right way, going up. So I can click this and it would be just reversed. So that's the idea. And again, everything affects just the first layer, just the first instrument, because this is what we're doing. And you can go and do the same for each of the sounds. Very cool. And finally, we have amp, and here we have 3 choices: AC, cabinet, and hot solo. And for each one you'll get different types of options. So for example, cabinet, you can click this and you'll get different cabinets. Very, very cool. So I can click that. Right, so that's the idea here. And now let's click the X and go back to the main view. So we also have pan engines. So I'm going to show you that real quick. And you can send each of the layers to either pan engine 1 or 2. Right now they are not really doing anything. So I'm going to turn them on. And I'm going to send 1 and 2 for the top one, and 3 and 4 for the bottom one. And that's how you do it. You can just set the number of steps, and you can set the rate, and just draw things like this. And now if you're listening with headphones, you'll get that effect. And finally, before we end this video, of course, we have the mixer. And here you again see the 4 layers. We have again solo and mute, but we also have a global delay and reverb sends here. And again, the motion. So you can set the top and bottom for the mod wheel here, and you can see it very clearly. and you can reverse that if you like. Right, and of course we have the levels, and you can even send this to different outputs if you like, if you're set up with different outputs in Kontakt. And we have compressor, and we have the delay and the reverb on the bottom here, and you can change the type of delay, you can change the type of the reverb. Very cool stuff, and that's pretty much it. So before we are going to hear more examples of Dark Horizon, let's check out the Elysion, which I mentioned before, which is basically based upon. So let's see Elysion. Right, so it looks very similar, but here we have 5 different slots, 5 different instruments, and if you click inside each of them, you'll see that you have a lot of choices. Again, this is really great plugin, very good library, and it is sort of interstellar, ambient, space, and well, you know, out of word kind of sounds. And it has a lot of things that are very similar to Dark Horizon. So again, on the top here for each of the layers, you'll see that we have the mute and solo, we have the octaves, we have the actual selection, I mean the sound selection, we have arpeggiator or a non-arpeggiated. We also have, for some of the sounds, envelope controls here. So if you select that one, and let's see that that's number 2, you'll see that this actually affects the envelope rather than an arpeggiator, so it's a little bit different. And if we'll go to the pan engine, very similar. And if we'll go to the mix, again, very similar. So I'm expecting probably more such instruments in the near future. I don't know. And so if you want to listen to more sounds from Elysion, let me know. They just released Elysion 2, version 2, so it's really cool. I'm going to cover that edition very soon, but I do have a complete guide to Elysion in my channel, so check it out. And so now we are pretty much ready to listen to more sounds of Dark Horizon. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? If you have any questions, anything at all, make sure to join the Discord server, my plugin academy. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. That's where you can get in touch with me. And I'm going to also put a link to buy this through Best Service. And if you use that link, that's an affiliate link. I get a little bit of commission, so I appreciate that, but you don't really have to use my links. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks and bye-bye.